Poseidon, and I am gonna win. The son of Poseidon, and I'm done running. Guys, I know how to get out of here. I'll come back for you, Mom. I promise. It's a portal!
What?
Oh, come on!
Welcome to your third day of Percy Jackson Half-Blood Summer Camp. So today we're going to be talking about how to write a myth. So in Percy Jackson, there's all kinds of myths that are mentioned. Can you think of one that was mentioned?
When Poseidon, like...
Well, that's the start. That's the whole start. It's about Poseidon. So Poseidon is the god of what? See, the sky or the sea?
Sea.
The sea. Poseidon is the god of the sea, and they talk about Poseidon's life and who he's related to. So they talk about Zeus and Hades, and they talk about all of the different gods and goddesses. So in all these myths, you have these little stories. We know about Medusa from the lightning thief, right? Mm-hmm. We know about Arachne, who ended up turning Annabeth into, never mind, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So you have all of these different myths that we learn based off of Percy Jackson. So do you know what a myth really does?
It like tells you about like what science was back in like the 1700s.
Not the 1700s, way before that, but you're on the right track. So back in the ancient world, way back, way back, they used these myths to explain what science couldn't, because back then they didn't have a whole lot of science to explain things like nature. So thunderstorms, or waves and the tide, rain, earthquakes, or even just night and day, or how people became friends. Those types of things were all explained in mythology. So today, we're going to teach you how to create your own myth. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to identify a problem in nature. Now, this is harder to do today because we already understand most things in nature. So we're going to pretend that we don't know how thunderstorms happen today. So, as we know, Zeus is the god of the sky. Yeah, Zeus is the god of the sky. And so he's the one that creates all of these thunderstorms. So why don't we say that Zeus is angry? Who do you think he's going to be angry at?
Poseidon.
He can be angry at Poseidon. He can be angry at whoever you want, guys.
Percy.
He could even be angry at somebody like Percy, who is a mortal. So a lot of the time, these myths will have mortals in it, people that are not gods. They can be half-bloods, they can be gods. A mortal is anybody that can die. So Zeus is mad at Percy, and so he starts this big thunderstorm. And how do you think Percy's going to solve it? In the first book, he solves it by bringing back the lightning bolt and discovering who was in charge of the big plot against Percy and the gods. So what is our reason that he's mad, or that Percy solves it?
Because...
What do you think? How does Percy solve that fight?
Doesn't he bring along like two of his friends?
Yeah, it's when they go on the quest, but what about in our myth that we're writing?
Oh,
Let's say...
He fights Poseidon?
Yeah, okay, so maybe Zeus was mad at Poseidon and Percy went back up to Olympus and he said, hey, you guys need to stop fighting, and this is why. All right, so for your activity today, you're going to do an in-depth myth. So I want you to give me all the details and then write it like a children's book. So with pictures and all kinds of writing. You can even make it rhyme if you want the extra challenge.
If you're an artist, you can even paint it.
You could paint it. Whatever you guys want to do, just make sure when you're finished, you share it at Explore More Gifted. It's gifted. Nope, not quite. So you'll share it at Explore More Gifted, and let us know how this went for you guys. See ya.